Ken, obviously you're in a tough stretch right now, the team is, but it's a new year. You guys have a stretch of 4 games here against divisional teams. Just maybe talk about the importance of getting a good effort in tonight.
Well, I think we just got to build on the last game. I mean, there was a lot of really good things that happened. You know, we've played, I mean, other than that last half of the game against San Jose, we've played some really good hockey. So, I think you just got to maintain a really positive attitude towards the good stuff we're doing and build on it. And, psychologically, a win kind of eases things, but you get good play if you expect to win. And we need to continue to get good play from our key guys, and then we need more push from the other guys. And we're starting to see that. We're starting to get it. We're playing better and better, and you're hopeful that if we continue to improve, then we're going to get wins. And like I said, when you're missing top players, you just go into survival mode, and that's what we're doing. We're in survival mode, and we just want to keep getting a little bit better every time.
And just a couple questions on the lineup. Will it be Koskinen in net tonight, and Russell?
Yeah, Koskinen's playing, and then Russell and Yamamoto are out. Chason's not eligible to come off until the next game.
Anything else? Ken, I'm just curious with the guys that have been playing a lot. Do you literally have to sort of tell them to stay off the ice, or how you manage?
No. You know what, Gene? We want them to do core practice. So, like yesterday, we wanted the first 30 minutes, we wanted them to participate. Those were all team drills. But then when we get into combative drills or in-zone detail drills, that's when we want them off the ice. We don't want to wear them down knowing that they're going to have to play in a lot of those situations. But we want everybody in core practices, and that's what we did yesterday. And then today, this is an awful big group for an optional practice. There's way more players that were on the ice. And I think just with the travel, guys wanted to get their legs and stuff. But this is a big group. We don't normally see this size of group for optional.
Are they receptive to that, to being told, get off the ice or don't come?
They're good with it. Like, they're good with... to a point, like they want to participate. And I take a lot of, like, there's people in the stands that give me data, and they tell me bar up, bar down data. So if the bar's way under, we're working on certain guys where we're now working to the negative. I get the word from the bench that says, listen, this guy's taxed out, or you've maxed out on the intensity of your practice, you got to pull back a little bit. So I have a guy that runs on the bench when I do a practice. I have a guy, one of the guys runs a clock, and the other guy runs the data information on energy. And when the energy on certain guys gets low, I get the word on that, and then I cut it right off.
So these guys are wired, like they have some on their body?
They're wired. They're wired. Their shoulder pads are where the wires are. They're wired. There's a guy in the stands that's wired, and there's a guy on the bench that gets the information. So it's very detailed, but we work to a certain threshold, and when the threshold gets too high, then we pull back, and like those guys, we got the threshold count at 28 minutes, and so we took it to 32 and then cut it. And otherwise you're just now what you're doing is you're now impacting the next day, Rob. So now so for instance, on those guys that we kicked off the ice, when they went onto the negative on the threshold, now we're working against the next day. Now I'm doing stupid stuff that gets guys worn down for the next day. So I know it's very scientific, but there's a method to the madness here. Now, the one thing that's changed for these guys is we don't have optionals on the off days. They're designate days. Every day is a designate day. So the only optionals are on the game days. The designate is on the off days. So if we wanted to practice tomorrow and we wanted certain guys off, it's all based on data. And if we feel like there's certain guys that we want off, then we'll designate who we want on the ice and go from there. But we'll never have an optional on an off day.